Good evening and welcome back to another Girlie Giggles. It is Wednesday, the 5th of May right now, and I'm joined by the beautiful Donna Stockwell and the gorgeous Maxine Palmer. Howdy, ladies.
Hello.
Hey.
How are we?
All good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
everything A-okay?
Bit cold, but apart from that, I'm good.
Let's talk about the weather. Let's do the British thing. Like, come on, let's do the British thing. For all of my worldwide followers in England, we love to chat about the weather. We love to say how rubbish it is, how wet it is, how cold it is, how snowy it is, how whatever it is, or how hot it gets. You know, we love to talk about the weather. So to bring you guys up to speed, if you don't live here in the UK, at the moment, we've got this massive peak and trough thing going on. Literally, it's like hot, freezing, hot, freezing, hot, freezing. Now, I've obviously got my own conspiracy theory going on in my mind about why the temperatures are being manipulated from my perspective. And in fact, I'm going to talk about that very quickly. I posted something on my social media this week and basically said about weather manipulation. And so many people messaged me and said, what on earth are you talking about? Like, what do you mean? So let's just talk about that a little bit first. From my perspective, from my belief system, I truly believe that we are at a point in our lives where we can actually control the weather. I truly believe the people like Elon Musk and these people who have got these incredible satellites and doing all of this stuff around the world, I truly believe that they can manipulate the weather. So that's what I mean by weather manipulation. Literally, we can have a glorious day like there was a few weeks ago when we were up in the 20s, and then literally within a couple of days, it was snowing. That's what I'm talking about. If you think about it, that is not normal. It's not normal. If you go back to when we were kids, there were seasons. Yes, there would be snow in winter. Yes, there would be hot heat in summer. But
we had real snow. Real snow
yeah,
then.
Absolutely.
Not the flaky, silly stuff at the moment.
Exactly.
The paper.
So that's what I'm talking about when I talk about weather manipulation. And it's very, very important that we start to recognise this, because we are at a point technologically wise. I'm glad I got that word out right. I thought, oh God, here we go. That's a bit of a mouthful for this time of night. You know, we are at a point whereby we can actually do anything. Literally. And I feel right now this manipulation is aiding the numbers which we need around the world to keep this fear mentality going on. Donna, Maxine, I didn't tell you about this before because I didn't even have it in my mind, but have you got any thoughts on that? Have you got anything that you'd like to say?
Yeah, well, let's be honest, this is ridiculous. I mean, in a time that we're talking about global warming, and it's freezing. It's absolutely freezing out there. It isn't normal for sure. I mean, this time last year, we were walking around. In fact, me and my husband were talking about it on our walk this morning, that we were literally getting up, putting shorts and t-shirts on and walking in shorts and t-shirts early in the morning. And this morning at 6 o'clock, I had a bobble hat on, my winter coat, gloves, and I was still cold. So, you know, it doesn't make sense that it's like this. It just doesn't make sense.
Absolutely. Max, what's your thoughts on it?
Well, I remember I used to get a bike for Christmas, and I used to say, I don't know why they buy me a bike because it's always snowing and cold. My birthday's in May. It was always nice weather. So I remember saying to my dad, look, can you get me a bike for my birthday? Because then I can use it, because it sits in the garage till like March. Now you get a bike any time of the year because you just never know.
Yeah.
Because my son-in-law's just bought a bike to go to work, and it's rained ever since.
Yeah.
So he's got two covers on it.
Can you return the bike, please? We want some sunshine. Tell him to send it back.
Yeah.
So I've stuck it in the shed this afternoon. And it's absolutely boiling outside now, honestly. But so it's staying in the shed, and I've put things around it so it would make it really awkward to get it out. Yeah. So we'll get a heat wave.
Yeah, beautiful. Thanks for that.
Yeah.
So just on a point that you've just raised, Donna, actually, global warming, right? I do not believe for 1 second that global warming is a thing. I actually feel that this manipulation is to convince us that there is something going on, when actually, you know, it's not as severe. Like, don't get me wrong, we treat this planet very badly. For any of my, you know, my eco ladies and gents out there, like, I get it. We treat the planet so badly. I would love to sweep the oceans. I would love to sweep everything, like, you know, really, really have a clean up for Mother Nature. But, you know, I don't believe, like, I truly believe that this planet is so capable of healing itself, just like our human bodies are. And that's why we've been given all of these things. Yes, we go over the top. Yes, we manipulate it. Yes, we get cocky and arrogant and all the rest of it, and we blow things up and whatever. However, I'm just not sure this global warming thing, and that's the next thing that's going to come, by the way. I see it massively. They're pushing for it massively right now. So, you know, again, I don't know if you girls want to share anything on that, but I just want to share my views. And I know it won't be popular with some people. I'm not here to be popular. Just want to throw it out there and have these discussions.
Yeah, I mean, let's be honest, you know, what you were just saying about the planet healing itself, we actually saw evidence of that, I think, in the first lockdown.
Yeah.
You know, when there was less cars on the road and, you know, things were looking better, right?
Yeah.
You know, rivers were cleaner than they were. We saw evidence of how it can heal itself.
Exactly.
Until the cars came back and everything came back. So, you know, I from someone from the older generation, which I am, I have to admit it, even though I don't like admitting it, I am, you know, and someone that has always pretty much taken what I've been told. It's a whole new world when you start to question everything. It's a whole
I'm
new
grateful I'm old.
Yeah.
I'm really grateful that I saw that side of it.
Yeah.
Obviously, I picked my contract. I know that, Lucy. I knew when I was coming. But to have gone through that and now see all the change and see, like you said, when there were no cars on the road, it was like going back in time.
Yeah.
Because there were no cars on the road when I was young.
Yeah.
And I could cross the road. There was no litter. If
Yeah.
you saw a bit of rubbish on the floor, you picked it up.
Yeah.
Because we had bins. We haven't got any bins.
No.
They've taken all the bins away because they're health and safety hazard.
Funny during a pandemic, don't you think?
Yeah.
You'd think that there
Yeah.
were bins everywhere on a pandemic.
Well, there should be for certain items, yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
But it's like when they said they were going to open the pubs to sit outside only. They gave us 3 nice days and then it was freezing, right? The pubs are due to open indoors on May the 17th. Heat wave.
Yeah.
I've already looked. I've looked and it said, somebody said it was on the news the other day, in 2 weeks' time, the weather's going to be so hot. Of course it is, because you're allowed inside.
Of course it is. I'm going away.
But people say, oh no, Maxine, don't be silly. I'm not being silly. I watch these. I know exactly what's going to happen. On May the 17th, there'll be a bloody heat wave when they open those pubs inside.
Yeah.
And people are actually starting to go, do you know what? I think you're right.
Yeah.
Well, yes,
Well,
please.
It's about time. If people are starting to wake up, it's about time. Welcome to the party is all I'm going to say to those people. Anyway,
You see, people who come in my shop, that's all they talk about is the weather. Have you seen it? It's raining. Yeah, spotted it.
But
I've got big
that's
windows.
a British thing to do. It's just it's a very British thing to do.
But
That's
because they talk about the weather, when I then say something, I say, God, yeah, you're right. Government doing it. And people are starting to listen.
Good. That's good news.
If it's one way to wake them up, it's through the weather.
Yes, for sure. For sure. So another way to wake people up is death, funnily enough, isn't it? So some of you will know, some of you won't know that since this time last week when we were filming, my beautiful uncle, decided to take the other side and pass. And, you know, when I was told last Thursday morning, so literally it's a week ago, right at this precise moment in time, he took his last breath. And he, you know, I automatically assumed that it was because of the 3 brain tumours that he had. Automatically, like nobody would ever, you know, question that, would they?
No, not at all.
But actually, the reason of death was blood clots on the lungs. So you can imagine when I heard that, I was like, I need to ask the question, did he have the thing that goes in the vein? Did he have the jabba jab? And some of you will know I haven't seen my mum in 14 months. And on Saturday, I spent some beautiful time with her and my stepdad. And I felt it was right to ask the question face to face. I asked the question and the answer was yes. He had the first one in December and then he had the second one. 3 months later. So the reason I wanted to speak about this with you girls tonight, obviously we haven't spoken since last week, and I think it's a really important subject. Now, I know I've spoken about it on my Instagram lives, I know I've spoken about it on my Sunday service, but I think it's really important that we talk about it here, because we all know people that are doing this. We all know people that are going through this right now. And quite honestly, like I said on my Sunday service, my uncle will leave a bigger impact. He's given that gift to me. I can now use my voice and I can share from my perspective, but he will awaken more people taking the path that he's taken over the path that I'm taking, because that is never coming anywhere near me. Not for any love nor money. So I am so grateful to him, first and foremost, for allowing me this to share with you guys.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm grateful for, because had he not been ill and given you the discussion to mention him, we all sort of knew him, even though we'd never met him. So then when you said he'd passed, straight away, I thought the same. He died from the tumours.
Yeah, me too.
So then when you visited your mum and you told us it wasn't, it was like, oh, thank you so much. Sorry that you passed, but thank you so much for giving us this message. Because maybe now people will realise if he was going to die of anything, under normal situations without this garbage going on, it would have been the brain tumours.
Of course.
And we would have accepted that because they're severe, you know, he had 3, and that would have been a normal passing. Exactly. But this, no, not at all.
Exactly. And we're shortening people's lives. So let's call it what it is right now. And no doubt I will probably get a strike from YouTube for this, but I don't give a damn right now. He was 67 years of age. He had 3 brain tumours that were growing very, very rapidly. So, you know, they easily could have killed him. Why are they insisting that people that are already towards the end of their life, i.e. sick, why are they insisting those people have the jab? Why? Let me explain to you my belief system on this. Okay, now I have very strong opinions on this, and my opinions are becoming even stronger based on the information that's being fed to me, not just by my family, but by many, many hundreds of people around the world that message me on a day-to-day basis. Here in the UK, you can start drawing your pension at 65 years of age. Anybody over the age of 65, in fact, anybody over the age of 60, you have got a target on your forehead, and I want to raise the consciousness on that. Why do you think my dad is like, no freaking way am I having that thing? Because he knows they don't want him to access his pension. Now, my uncle, and I probably shouldn't share this, but I'm going to, my uncle had challenges in the last year accessing his pension. They kept withholding it. Now, why would they do that to somebody who is sick and that cannot go to work? Why?
Because he knew it was going to go, wouldn't need it.
Exactly.
They could keep it. Yeah.
Exactly.
So they just made it a bit quicker.
Exactly. So I would really like everybody listening to this, and you might sit there and think, oh my gosh, Lucy, you've gone like well overstepped the mark now, conspiracy theorist or whatever. I think we need to be having these discussions. The government,
I don't think you've overstepped the mark at all.
The governments are bankrupt, right? We need to be clear on that. There is no money in the pot. Why do you think they are going after your loved ones? Why?
And now they're saying that they've got to have the 3rd one, haven't they? But
And
they're going for
more, Maxine.
They're going for over 50s. So they've brought it down because they know there's a certain amount of those between 50 and 60 are saying no chance.
Yeah.
So they brought it down. So anyone sort of nearing 60 is going to go and do it. That's how bad it is. But when they've had that one, they have to have one yearly.
Hey, I'm 42 and I got a letter sent through the post, and I've had a text message which I've blocked the number so they can't message me again. But I've had communications from them. I'm 42 years of age. Why on earth would I do that? I've heard of 20-year-olds taking it. You know, I'm shocked. 20-year-olds are taking a cocktail of drugs. But do you know what? Like, I get it. I get what they're doing. I really get what they're doing, and it is their choice and it's completely down to them. However, we need to be raising the consciousness on this.
Well, I've got a friend who, she came to see me the other day, and I don't talk about it at all. And she said, oh, I've had mine. So I said, all right, okay. And that was all I said. I didn't question it. She said, well, you know, for freedom, really. I said, but you don't go anywhere. You haven't been anywhere in 22 years. You haven't even got a passport or a driving license. Why would you have it? She said, well, you know, it's freedom, isn't it? Freedom to do what exactly? You don't go anywhere. Well, you know, if ever I want to go to the pub, I said, you haven't been to the pub in 10 years. You don't drink.
Blimey.
Well, I might want to meet some friends. I said, so what you did was you followed the crowd. You didn't look at why you would need it. And she said, oh, you just talk rubbish. I said, and there's my answer, because you have no need to snap at me if you're happy with your decision.
Okay.
And I said, but don't stand near me, please.
Yeah.
But yeah, but she snapped at me because she didn't go for the right reason.
No.
She's had all this. I've spoken to her loads of times,
Yeah.
but she's been and had it for freedom to sit in a house.
Yeah.
That's it. Because she didn't even work. She didn't go to work. So she didn't need it for work.
Wow.
Yeah. The only thing she ever does is she walks to the shop, probably twice a week. But she needed to have it for freedom. What she's done is followed the sheep.
And this is how manipulated and brainwashed most of the population are, actually, Maxine.
Yeah. And
You know,
that's what it is. And she stood there and said it. I mean, I know I get people coming in telling me these things because I need to be aware of it.
Of course.
You know, certain people come in. But I've got somebody else who works in a nursery. She had the PF one, I'll call it.
Yeah.
The first one, went for her second one. And she said, oh, they ask loads of questions now, proper health questions. I said, did they not ask you at the first one? She said, no, they don't ask anything, just your name. And then they jabber. This time they asked her, and she suffers with, she's got a blood disorder. And straight away they said, oh, you shouldn't have had the first one, because we don't give you that one for blood disorders. You would have had to have the AZ one. And she said, well, they didn't ask me. They just jabbered. And she said, well, we can't give you the second one because you have a blood disorder. And the PF one, we don't give that to anyone with a blood disorder. She said, well, why the hell didn't you ask me when I came? She said, it's not up to us to ask. And there's no questionnaire when you used to book the first appointment, you just got a time. So she's now worried. And obviously I haven't said anything to her because I don't want to make her even more fearful.
No.
She's now got to wait for a doctor's appointment to be approved to go and have the second jabber.
Wouldn't you at that point go, I'm out? I'm
Yeah.
out. I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm running.
Definitely.
I'm going to find someone to help me heavy metal detox, get this shit out of my system.
Yeah.
I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm going in Michael Jackson's oxygen chamber, only feed me water and fruit. Yeah. But no, she's now waiting
for the 30-day fast with Lucy.
Yeah, I'm just going to send to your house. She's now waiting for that doctor's appointment to go and get the second one, because the second one will be better because it won't be the one that affects the blood.
And this is the lunacy. Like, this is the utter lunacy people are truly believing and convinced about.
Yeah.
And it's utter lunacy.
I mean, this is 14 months later. I thought by now she would have said, do you know what? I'm not happy about this. They shouldn't have given me that one. I'm not going to have any more. Or I'm going to give it 6 months to get it out of my system. Or something. No, she's waiting for that doctor. Who's going to say, of course you're going to have it.
Aren't people interesting?
Yeah,
you know,
really are.
Something that you mentioned, Maxine, a minute ago has led on nicely to what I would like to speak about also is around shedding.
Yeah.
You know, we've spoken about it. I've shared previously about my little sister. I think last week we spoke about your reaction to shedding.
Mine was awful.
We've had another one of my girls, my head coach in Self-Love Club. She has been impacted in the last week as well through shedding. And there are so many people. A lady who, fingers crossed, is going to join the membership in June. She sent me a picture of her child's hands today. It's like they are burnt.
Bless them.
Literally, it's like they are burnt. So I'm sending her some of my silver gel, as you guys know.
Well, I don't know whether you saw, there was a video on Telegram, obviously of somebody having the jabber who wasn't really them. But the nurse's hands looked raw. And they were obviously talking about, you know, some famous person. It looked nothing like him. But her hands they were so red. Yeah. And I thought, oh, maybe it's the phone. So I enlarged it, and she's got like little holes in her hands where her skin is burning.
Yeah, that's actually that. Honestly, I won't share the photo because obviously it's somebody's child, but that's, you know, like I won't share the photo of my little sister. That's what her face was like.
Yeah.
you know, and we really do need to recognize this. And it's quite interesting because I'm speaking a lot about shedding at the moment for obvious reasons. This now it's impacted my family directly. I mean, it impacted my little sister, but now my uncle has passed because of. I'm really starting to step up and say this is not happening on my watch, you know, like they fucked with the wrong people, like genuinely.
But it's the children, because if the adult is getting this, even just the shedding, they go home and hug their kids.
Yeah.
We had a little boy come in, he's 6, cutest little boy ever. He got a big lump on his eye. And sure, it started out as a rash last night. She's a bit like mine on my arms. And I said, oh, right, okay, what have you done for it? She said, oh, I found the doctors, I've been to the chemist, I've got cream. And I just thought, there's nothing I could say to this woman because she, you know.
She had the V.
She's had the V.
Yeah.
She had the V. Her husband wouldn't have it. She was perfectly fine. When her husband had it, she got a reaction. Because her husband had to have it for work. Because he wouldn't have it first. He was, no, thank you. I don't know why she's had it. He didn't have a reaction to her, but when he had his, she had a reaction. Wow, 2 totally different ones, though.
Yeah.
They didn't have the same one.
And this is what's happening at the moment, right? This is really what's happening, is there are different reactions taking place, which is why we need to have the consciousness on it, because people keep saying to me, you know, like, you shouldn't be asking people about their history. I don't mean to be funny. If you are walking around with this right now, we know that you're pro everything that they're talking about. If you are walking around with a lanyard on, or if you are walking around without a mask on, we know that you are against everything. Like, it's freaking obvious, right? Which is totally wrong anyway. We shouldn't be being segregated like that. My self-love club retreat, which is in June, which is sold out before anybody asks. Sold out in 12 hours.
I'm still getting inquiries, by the way.
I can imagine. But it's sold out within 12 hours. And actually, I spoke with my team and I said, look, I know that this is probably completely wrong. I'm asking people if they've had it, because if they have, they cannot be coming anywhere near us for at least 4 weeks. Like 4 weeks prior to the thing. Because I can't put people at risk like that. No. You know, honestly, I would rather people didn't have it at all. Like, literally. However, I'm being shared with that 4 weeks is going to be okay. I mean, I've got somebody, a very good friend of mine, a spiritual coach. She's basically said to me, there is no way I will go near anyone that's had it because my fertility is too important to me. Like, that's the conversations we're having. And remember, I haven't had children yet. No. You know, and that's very, very important to me. I know that I am going to have the gift of children when the time is right, when this mission is a little bit further along. Like, I know that that's going to happen. I'm not prepared to risk it because of somebody wanting to come on my retreat.
No, you can't. You can't. And you have to think of the others.
Exactly.
I mean, it's not,
it was received really well. It was received really well. Everyone was amazing. You know, no one minded the question.
To be honest, people that hang around me and that want to come on my retreat, you'd think that they are used to
it was a pretty, it was the tick in the box. With the people that are coming, it was a tick in the box kind of thing.
So, do you know what, guys? I would never have dreamt of asking somebody if they've had the flu vaccine or anything like that before. Shit, I've
never any of them before, ever.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. But now it's, you know, people used to occasionally come in and say they'd had the flu, jabba jabba. But they were just passing conversation. It made them feel better. You say, oh, great, you'll be fine. They'd come in 2 days later, runny nose, coughing up a lung, you know. And they say, it's just a reaction. I'll be fine in a couple of days. So what they're doing, they're putting the flu in you.
Yes.
No, honestly, I'm fine. You know, half of them I didn't see again. Do you have to mean? I don't know what happened to them. But this one is like the real, guess what I've done today? Step outside.
It's a badge of honour. People are
using it is. And it's awful.
It's like they've been to war.
Yeah.
And they've like, oh, we've done it. You know, we fought for our country. How freaking disrespectful for those people that have fought for our country and lost their lives. And we're just giving up our freedom.
Yeah.
How disrespectful is it when you actually stop and think about it?
And they haven't got anything out of it. You don't get do you remember when you used to go to the doctor or the dentist, you used to get a little badge? Yeah. I've been to the dentist. I'm thinking of making some. Honestly, you are still not free. You are still not free, love, but please have a sticker.
That reminded me so much of when I worked in the hospital, and I never administered anything. But I used to have to go along with the lollipops and the stickers.
Oh yeah, lollipops.
Can you
The
believe?
dentist used to give those out.
Can you believe that adults actually came for a free lolly and a sticker? It used to make me laugh. It really used to make me laugh.
But that used to make me laugh in the dentist. You've just been told you need 7 fillings. Have a lollipop on the way out.
Yeah,
because that'll do it.
Yeah, because that'll make them better.
Smarties, like what the heck? What's that?
Oh, poison pill Smarties. God almighty. Yeah, but this is what they do. They want the sticker.
Let's give you loads of food colouring and loads of chocolate to rot your teeth even more. Great work.
Yeah. And completely ruin your gut. You'll never go to the toilet again.
Yeah, and that's the thing, right? Oh, we'll have some more money off you. Oh, yeah. Do you see what I mean? Why do you?
Well, my friend who I went to school with married our local doctor.
They put fluoride all over your teeth, don't they? And it's like, why are you putting fluoride over your teeth when it actually rots them? When it actually closes your pineal gland and your protrusion.
But it's another 25 quid, isn't it? Because you've got to go back. And then another 25 quid. The dentist is like this. Come on, in you come. Just bought a detached.
It's just wrong on every level. But there are so many people that are still living in this matrix that are just seeing it. Like they're not seeing it, sorry. They're still just going along with it. Do you know what, ladies?
But a lot of it is not just the elderly, because originally it was just the elderly.
It's not.
No,
it's not.
It's much younger.
What's so funny today, right? Today I ventured out. I had a load of stuff that I needed to do. First and foremost, I had something to share about that lady, but I can't remember. It's gone. Hopefully it'll come back. I ventured out today. I had to go to the shops. I had to grab a few bits, and I was shocked at the number of people that were walking around with like literal gas masks on.
Yeah.
You know those like ones with the bits on the
really?
like this and the bits.
They've got the holes there with the white bit that sticks out. Hello.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
Oh,
they're awful. They look like they're on a building site working in a gas chamber.
Oh, you mean with those two things on the... No.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Honestly,
because somebody came in and they had one, and I tried it on for a laugh and spoke through the gap like Darth Vader. Get out of my shop. You're bored.
Mortified. I was utterly mortified that these people are doing this.
Wow.
But this is outside.
Oh yeah,
they wear them outside.
They'd left the shops with them on.
Oh no, people walk up and down my road with the shop with them on. 2 people together. Oh, yesterday it was hilarious. I saw 2 people in a car from the same family wearing them.
Oh,
windows shut. I actually pulled over. I couldn't cope with it. I just go past. I can't keep looking at you through my mirror. Go, please, come on, everybody.
Get out of my sight. You're fired, as my little sister.
I had to look twice because I thought, are they wearing them? Oh God, yes, they both are. They're both in the same family. They have no children. It's just them 2 in the house.
Oh,
and they're there with their,
Shame. But
fear.
This is what I feel so sad about, right?
Some is fear, Donna. I agree with that. But some is now more...
They've lost their lives, haven't they?
Yeah.
It's so
But some is now more an attitude. Hang on a minute. Look what we're doing. And I think, you look Pratt, but what you're doing is killing yourself.
Yeah, but...
Oh, well, it stops the fumes from the car. That'll be the next thing.
No, but for me, it's so sad that people are that fearful.
That's what gets me.
Sad.
I think it's
sad that we are being divided now.
It's the division that's more damaging now than anything, I think.
Yeah.
Personally, in my personal
it is getting
opinion,
worse.
It's the division more than anything. Right. The division in families, with friends. That's what's really sad right now, I think.
Oh, well, just an update. Somebody has applied for the marshal's job. One of my friends.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, so I'll let you know how that goes.
Wonderful.
Because he's
Can
applied.
You put wording for me and Lucy?
I said, look, there's loads of us want to do it. Let us know. He said, well, I think the interview's on the 17th, or the day we open, 17th. So he's going to let me know how it goes, because you have to have a day's training.
Oh.
A whole day. But he says he's not sure if he's going to be in a supermarket, on the road, or at one of the test centres. But he's going to let me know, so that'll be a good update.
Yeah.
Actually, I might invite him round, bring him on. Don't sit near me.
Yeah, that could be quite interesting.
But you do have to have been jabbered to get one.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's us out then.
We've shot it. Happening. Although now they're saying people are using false cards.
Yeah.
To say they've had it.
Yeah, well, we've already seen that, right? We've already
Yeah.
seen that. If anyone's in any of my groups, you'll see all of the false things that are coming through on offer, you know.
Oh, right.
There's so much stuff out there that people are offering now because, you know, we're not going to take it. I'm not going to take it. I'm not going to stand for this, not at all.
No.
I mean, when you look at how many people are in some of the Telegram groups I'm in, there's thousands and thousands of them. And there's so much information that we're all sharing. And I can see who likes. I don't tend to go on and check it most days, but the other day I looked and I could see who wasn't liking my stories that normally would, because they're the jabber-jabbered.
Yeah.
And I'm disgusting. How dare you put things like that on?
Yeah.
Come to my party. I don't think so.
Yeah. But this is what is so interesting now is that they've worked wonders. The darkness have worked wonders on us. You know, but I feel that those of us that are of the light, those of us that actually, that's unfair to say, those of us that are awake to what's going on rather than of the light, I feel that we're coming very, very close. We're like a real tight-knit community now, and we've got each other's backs. Although there do seem to be a few people surfacing who are perhaps not of the light in that in those groups. So we just need to keep our wits about us. Very much.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, for sure.
And actually, that was something that I mentioned in the May updates, the energy updates.
Yeah, you do.
So the energy updates for this month. I mean, when I was channeling it over the weekend, I was giggling my socks off because it was March Madness, if you remember. And then there was April showers they gave me. And this month is Mental May. And I was like, oh no, I can't deal with any more. But what they meant is literally you're in your head. So I'll pop the link up here. Do go and check out the energy updates. Really, really, really interesting. It's about 20 minutes long. It's just lots and lots of updates. But there's a couple of things that when I was chatting to Donna earlier today, we kind of decided that we would speak about. So first and foremost, Mental May is not about, oh my God, it's going to be really hectic. There's going to be loads of information disclosed. It's going to be cray, 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 cray. Although it might be, who knows? This is much more about creation of everything that you think of. So if you think, shit, my partner's cheating on me, you are going to create your partner cheating on you. Simple as that. If you think I'm a billionaire, whatever, you will create that. Like, it's literally like that right now. But you need to be like consistently having those thoughts and living congruent to as if it's happened. Okay, so it's about this belief. So you guys know, everybody knows that follows me, I am going to be a billionaire because I have 5 healing centers minimum to deliver around the world that I want to offer services to for free to everybody around the world. Okay, that's where I want to be. So of course I've got to be a billionaire to be able to do that. Creation of one healing center is probably going to cost 10+ million each. Do you get what I mean? So I need to have huge amounts of abundance. I don't need it for myself. Like, I'm pretty easygoing. I don't need a lot to live well. As long as I've got my organic fruits and vegetables, or my own fruits and vegetables, I'm a happy girl. Literally, I am that simple. Probably shouldn't say that out loud, but I am. I'm literally that simple. So, you know, this is why I am constantly, I know I'm a billionaire. Like, I know I'm a billionaire. I feel it. I believe it. And it's not because of the extravagance. It's because I have got a shed ton of people. Like, I've got 8 billion people right now that I need to heal. Okay, in 2 years' time, maybe we won't have 8 billion. Maybe we'll have 4 billion. But that's still a lot of people that need to have some help. So I know and I believe, and this is why I'm sharing it. It's all about manifestation this month. It's about the creation of your thoughts and bringing them in, but you've got to live congruent. Now, another couple of the areas, and I'm actually going to hand over to Donna to talk about it, is there's another couple of areas that I mentioned in it. One of them was self-love, for obvious reasons. We'll come back to that in a minute. The other one, obviously it's a massive part of self-love, is around moving. So when I spoke to Donna earlier today, Donna just said to me, Lucy, there's so many people that are stagnant. So Donna, do you just want to share from your perspective what you said earlier today?
Yeah, sure, babe. Yeah, I've had a few calls with people that I know, and also people that I don't know very well. Had a few conversations where, you know, the cold weather, you know, the rain, the cold weather, they don't want to go outside. They've stopped going outside again. They're eating crap food because, you know, they can't be bothered to cook nice food for themselves. Yeah. And, you know, and they're not moving again. And that's why I mentioned it to you, Luce, because I've seen a lot of it the last few days. And I get it. I do get it. You know, me and my husband are getting up at 6 o'clock at the moment, and we're literally going out. We're getting up at 10 to 6, and we're going out the door at 6 at the moment. The reason we're doing that is because by the time he gets home in the evening, it's 7. By the time he has his food, it's 7:30, and we don't feel like, well, I would probably still go out, but because I don't do those hours. But he comes home, he's absolutely, it's funny, to Q, he just walked through the door and waved at me. Doing those hours, he doesn't feel like going out at the best of times in the evening. But if the sun was out and it was a nice evening, he'd be happy to go for a walk after dinner. But of course it isn't, it's freezing. So I get it. I get that there's a lot of people feeling that way. And when I get up at 10 to 6 in the morning and it's freezing cold and I've got my bobble hat and my coat, am I going out going, yay, let's do this? No, some mornings I'm going out going, oh. But when I get outside and I breathe the fresh air, by the time I come back, I feel so much better. I'm all ready for
That's when you do the, yes. When you come back, yeah.
I come back and I feel great. And he goes off feeling much better than he would if we didn't do it. So I guess my point is that this weather, whatever is going on with it, we know this isn't normal for this time of year. This weather is actually almost pulling people back, sucking people back into that ball
sucking
where
their energy.
Yes, it's this cycle of eating crap food, not moving, not going outside. Then comes the negative thoughts in your head. Then they plug themselves into the TV. Guess what? More negative thoughts. And this is what I'm seeing happening again. And that's why I mentioned it to you today, Lucy.
Yeah, it's so important. Why do you think for the last 4 or 5 years I get up in the morning? I mean, I used to go to the gym at 4:30. You guys know.
Yeah, I
I
know.
go to the gym at 4:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
Why do you think that I did that? Why do you think I do those things? Because unless we get up and get our butts out of the house in the morning, we've got all of that stagnant energy stuck to us. Remember, and I think I shared this with my members, maybe Maxine, Donna, you'll remember, but I feel as if I shared it with my members, like you literally go to bed at night and you fester in your own juices. You can sit in that the whole of the next day. And I'm not talking a shower. I'm talking about unless you go and run or walk or let it fly off of you, it's stuck to you. And that's why for me, it's a non-negotiable. You guys know, like my rituals are a non-negotiable in the morning. The way you start your day is the way that your day will pan out. So
you see, I used to struggle with that before I met you and joined Self Love Club. I would wake up in the morning and go, no, can't be bothered. So I used to make sure, I used to have to get the kids' uniform out or whatever they were doing. I'd make sure the clothes were out. So I would get whatever I needed to wear. So if I knew the weather's going to be bad, scruffy tracksuit bottoms, they're awful. They're too short. I look like I've been to a jumbo sale at the wrong time. My trainers by the door, woolly jumper, hat. So everything is ready. Yeah. So it's not a case of getting up and going, oh, well, I don't wear my tracky bottoms, so I won't go. Yeah. There was no excuse. Yeah. So I would get out of the door. Yeah. Now I don't go for a walk in the morning, but what I do when I finish work, I walk the long way home. Yeah. So sometimes it could take me an hour to get back. Nice. Yeah. So that's my walk. Okay. So I get rid of my work mode. Yeah. And come back skipping. So I'm ready to be nice when I get in.
Yeah.
And rather than that whole, oh, thank God I'm going home.
And
feeling.
That's the thing, right? That's the beautiful thing. And I think one of the key things that's come out of the membership program through 2020 to 2021 is the amount of people that have shifted their stagnant energy.
Yeah, it's incredible.
I think because there were so many of us joining in. Yeah. And it wasn't like, because some people think, oh, she's not going to make me get up and go for a walk every morning. No, it's you just sort of guide us with every single bit. Because I've got to mention the 5-day breakthrough. I've got to bring that up because it's been on my mind.
It's good.
Honestly, this thing is life-changing. It's the cheapest thing you'll ever do in your life, and it's life-changing for me.
It is.
So I was decluttering the cupboard, and I found my book. So I'd obviously already joined Self-Love, and then you offered the 5-day. So you don't have to do it over 5 days. But when I saw the first question, I went, oh, no, I don't like this at all. I can't answer it. Got really annoyed with myself and threw the book. I went, no, just leave it. You're not doing it. So then following morning, it must have played on my mind because I went, Joe, I'm going to have a look at the next question. So you watch, obviously you do a video and you explain what the questions are. It's not hard. It's not a maths test. But one of them is, who are you? And I thought, I don't know. What label have you given yourself? Don't know, no idea. So I had a go at it, but I did question 3, day 3 first, and then went back.
Yeah.
But I've done it 7 times.
Yeah.
Because you can just keep going back every time.
Yeah.
And when I look back at the first answers to what I put now, it's amazing what I found out about myself.
Good.
Yeah.
And I wrote several, after I'd done the first one, which took me 3 weeks, by the way, it wasn't 5 days. Please don't think you've got to do it in 5 days. You can do it over a year. But I wrote a letter to myself at the end of each one. And each time I revealed something else that I'd obviously been holding on to.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
So that combined with Self-Love Club was like, I'm born again. I'm free.
So
which is why I can deal with things now.
Can I just say really quickly, the course is £7.77.
That's it.
It is the cheapest thing on the planet.
Yeah.
The reason I did it at that price was because I wanted to help everybody have a breakthrough, even the people that literally have no money. And what's so interesting, then I'll hand over to you, Dons, because I know you were desperate to say something, but I actually had a male client this week, and he said to me, yeah, well, I did your 5-day breakthrough. Well, actually, no, I didn't do it because I just didn't have a freaking clue what I was doing. And I was just like, brilliant. And he said, I literally just went blank.
Yeah,
and I'm
that was me.
Go back and do it again and do it again.
I got angry and I cried.
Yeah.
I thought, how's I supposed to answer this? Yeah. And then I went, Maxine, it's not an exam.
Yeah.
She isn't going to come back and mark you. This is just to help you. If I show you something, honestly, you'll laugh. I'll bring the book next time we meet up, because from the first time I did it to now, because I did it again on Sunday. Well, I did the first day on Sunday, and so much, honestly, it just made so much sense.
Amazing.
Yeah.
John, what did you want to say, darling?
I was just going to say, Max, what you've just described is what I get in the support email. Almost at least once a week, someone will say, I have done this, I've done it so many times, and each time, it's like the gift that keeps on giving. Each time I get something new out of it.
And the fact you pay £7.77, you can jump back on it whenever you want to. It's a lifetime.
Forever. Exactly. Incredible, right?
But it was just funny that I found it on Sunday and I thought, I'm going to have another go.
We'll have to have a butcher's at that then.
Honestly, it's brilliant.
Yeah, amazing. And I guess it would be a good time to just say that we have literally the 1st of June, we're relaunching the Self-Love Club membership. So
that's got to be done.
Yeah, I only take in members once a year, just so that you guys know. It's a once a year thing. And you can pay monthly or you can pay up front. There's a few different variations this time round. But essentially, long story short, you work with me for 12 months. You go on a huge journey. Every single person that is just finishing up this month literally doesn't recognise themselves anymore. It's very emotional. Like, I feel like my babies are about to fly the nest. It gets to this point and I'm like, oh, my babies are leaving me. And do you know what? It has been such a game changer for so many people, but not just the people doing the course. It's been for their families and their loved ones, their extended families, which is really, really beautiful. So I'm actually going to pop the link below. And because Maxine's mentioned the 5-day breakthrough, I'll pop that below as well.
Yes, definitely.
If you would like to join the free launch call on the 1st of June at 7:30, I think it is, Donna, isn't it? 7:30.
Let me check while you're talking.
Thanks. All you need to do is fill in the form below, and then you will get an email in the next few days to actually register.
7:30. Well done.
You'll register for the call, and it's only the people that register for the call that will get the Zoom number. Okay, so, and it will be held on a Zoom call on the 1st of June, and then obviously there will be special offers for people that sign up on that night. The membership window is only open for 4 days. I think we do, Donna, don't we? So it's literally a 4-day window. You can sign up, and then
it's closed.
And it's closed, literally, and it's closed for another year. So
honestly, anybody who has any doubts about themselves whatsoever, just get on this, because it really is life-changing.
Yeah.
I mean, like you said, I dipped in and out of my mood swings, as I called them, for ages, until I did the 5-day and Self-Love Club.
Yeah.
And then it's like, now I still laugh about, how I was before.
Yeah.
You've got to laugh at it. God, I didn't like myself very much.
But that's why you found me via Donna.
Only on some days.
And just to be really clear, this is for men as well. So,
Oh, yeah.
Please don't think that it's just for girls because it's called Self-Love Club. No, not at all. It's about ascension. It's basically preparing you physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally for ascension. Okay. So it's about getting you in alignment, ripping out your emotional trauma. Trust me, Maxine, do you remember month number 1?
Yeah. I've got everything written down. I've got a huge book.
What was month number 1 like?
Oh, God. It was the first night when you introduced it.
I said it all. Oh God.
I was sobbing, and then I think it was the very first one you did. Honestly, I couldn't take it all in, and that was just the start of it. So you can imagine 12 months later, we're all skippity doodah. Everybody loves everybody.
Watching for me, it's just been a huge honor to watch these people transform.
For sure.
You know,
yeah, because you see it all, don't you? Yeah.
I just watching these people transform has just been incredible. No,
and I think, you know, the other thing is there are things that you, especially in the first couple of months, that you said that we would never have even thought of because we'd been programmed the old way. But also, you know, there's no anger with it. You know, I sometimes go, oh, what's she talking about? It's like you just go, oh my God, I never even thought of that. Write it down. I mean, look, this is Self-Love Club. I've got books and books of these. There must be 10 books down here because she'll say something, so I'm making it, and I go, oh, I can't remember what she said about that. So I go back and then I write it in full. I don't type it on my laptop. No, it has to be handwritten. This is why I remember things.
It goes in, which is just amazing. But basically, you know, it's been a game-changing program. It's been a game-changing program. I love it. I feel very proud of my members. Some of my members, when they joined the course, they were about ready to leave their partner. Now they're very happy in their relationships. We've got people that have literally gone from the biggest meat eaters to plant-based, like you name it, it's all gone on, and it's all very, very different. There's some people that are completely ascending, some people that are creating massive amounts of abundance through business. You name it, it's all going on. It can be applied to whatever it is that you choose in your life. And that's the beautiful thing about it. And it's so reasonable for what you get. It's so reasonable.
It's hilarious.
I'm glad you find it funny, love.
Well, it is hilarious because if you remember rightly, I couldn't afford anything before. Oh no, I can't afford that. Oh no, I can't afford to do that. And then you came up with the price. I thought, oh, go on then, I'll do that. And no one looked at me. No, she must have got that wrong, because I thought there's no way it could be that price. Because I know your businesses boom everywhere and you make money from them. You can't be making anything from this. Have I got an echo on mine?
No, well, I can't hear an echo. Can you hear an echo, John?
Yeah.
It's the thing is, you know, and this is just me. This is just the way that I am. Like, I know I could be making a lot more money, but at the same time, I'm here to serve the masses. And I know I'm going to get a huge amount of abundance to me. I know. So do you know what? If I've got a load of warriors, you know, how many? We had about 100 people start with us last year, didn't we, Donna? So if I've got 100 warriors on the planet with me, like, amazing. You know, I think we've upped the numbers to 200 this time round, right? We're allowing 200 members maximum. So, you know, if you want to be one of those 200 members, get yourselves on the list, get your name down, get yourself to the call. Obviously, you don't need to attend the call. We will send the link out and you'll have 4 days to sign up. I'm sure it's 4 days or 5 days. I can't remember.
It is 4.
I think it'll be full before the end of the 4 days.
Yes.
It's 4, babe. The last day's the 4th, Luce.
Okay.
Last day to sign up is the 4th.
I don't think we'll get to the 4th. I think it'll be sold out so quick.
Yeah. So, you know, if you do want to be part of it, just get yourself on the list. You know, you don't have to attend the call. It will come into your inbox straight after the call. But please just have a level of consciousness on that. We only open our doors once a year on the 1st of June for 4 days, and that's it, literally. And it's not even 4 days really, is it? Because we close our doors on the 4th, so it's actually 3 days. Let's just
it's like getting the golden ticket. It's like Charlie Bucket getting the golden ticket.
Yeah, or a sticker.
And then you get to work with Dons and I for the next year. Yay, how exciting. So I think let's wrap up there today, ladies. It's been amazing to speak to you. I absolutely love these conversations. if anything crops up during this week, let's keep a track of it. And also, ladies and gents watching, please do feel free to comment if there's any topics that you'd like us to cover. Obviously, if it's something conspiracy related, just use code words or something like that. We will get it. We will pick it up. But yeah, thank you so much, ladies. It's been my pleasure to see you again, as always. Thank you to each and every one of you for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button, which is the thumbs up. Hit subscribe and share this in your groups and to anybody that might want to hear a really cool conscious conversation this evening. Guys, lots of love. See you in the next video.